Hi everyone and welcome. Well, obviously, there's a lot to celebrate. I feel that in this time of COVID that I have to find the positive every day, and I'm looking for it wherever I can find it. And some of it is with you, and I want to share it with you. I mentioned recently on my birthday that I had a grab bag sale, and that went pretty well. I think I sold 12 or 14 grab bags, which was good. I got rid of a lot. And since I'm unable to go to market right now, I decided to just have a sale online of my grab bags again, because I had some people who missed the sale. They contacted me and I thought, I'm going to go for it. What I'm going to do this time is just to set a set price rather than give a % off or anything like that. I'm reducing the price by quite substantially to $24.95 for a grab bag. And that will include 7 to 10 of these and many others. I just set these out on the table just so you can see some of what's available. These are all individual different ones. You may get one of the baby soaps. This is the little ducky on the pond. In your bag, you may get a bubbly beer. You may get a gummy parade, spiced tea, naturally neem, buttermilk, Scarborough Fair. We've got carrot ginger, lavender special, which is one I really loved making. That was the one that I made for a customer of mine, and I had some of that. I made a full loaf of it, so I've got some of these available. I've got some camel milk here, pure aloe. Gosh, I could go on and on. The pine tar, ebony and ivory. This has been a popular one. Pure mint, which is just one made with hydrosol here from on the farm and peppermint essential oil. It's a lot of fun. The abstract one, which is one of the pull-through ones that I did. The Aleppo soap. Remember Winter Palm, the one made with fresh pomegranate. This one's the cedar scrub bar, which is very exfoliating. Let's see, there are just several different ones that are available. The coconut cream, avocado luxury. So I'm trying to make as many available as I can to give everybody a bit of variety. And I will try not to repeat, although sometimes that's impossible as more and more sell, but I will try to avoid any duplicates in your order. And keep in mind, you're going to get, these are full-size bars. Now some are smaller and some are larger. Like these little Aloe Pure are 3 ounces, where you've got the buttermilk here, which is about 8 ounces. So they do vary in size and variation. That's why I am giving 7 to 10 bars in each grab bag. So if you have several of the larger ones in it, you may only get 7 or 8. But if you've got a few of these smaller 5-ounce ones in it, then you may get a few more, up to 10. So, and this is completely grab bag. There are no choices or options here. You'll get what you get. But it's a really good bargain. If you do the math on that, you're talking about just, because keep in mind, that's going to be something that will last you probably for a full year. They certainly last me a long time. But I will put the link up here to the grab bag in the description of this video. And if this is something you're interested in, then they're there waiting for you. And this sale will go on until I've sold out of grab bags. I'm not going to raise the price back up. I'm making new soaps now to put that I'll be putting up for sale in the next few weeks. So it's time to move through some older stock anyway. Not old. I just mean stuff that's already here that I've sold some, have some leftovers. So this is a good way to get rid of those. All right. I hope you find this helpful. I know these are tough times. I do. I was talking to someone on the phone earlier who's going through a very difficult time. I had sent her some hand sanitizer and some other items, and then she emailed me back, and we've been emailing back and forth, and then we talked on the phone. And this is someone who's really going through a very difficult time with all of this. unable to see her children. It's just a bad time for them. And I know that this is challenging for so many of us, but we have each other. And we can tell each other how we're feeling. You know, if you have a story to tell, drop it in the comments. How has COVID affected you and your family or your friends? I will tell you, for me personally, it has changed a lot, more than I thought it would. But like, I have neighbors all around me. I have one fellow who has a very wealthy man who has a lot of cattle, and he is out of state, and he happens to be in one of the states where he's quarantined. And the people that normally take care of his cattle, one of them is out sick. Anyway, you kind of get where I'm going here. So it's affecting them. I'm trying to help out where I can there. I picked up some hay for them. And where I'm going with this is that it is kind of trickling down even into the tiny little communities like I live in here. People don't have access. I went to the store, I can't get milk. I don't really drink milk much anyway. I go and get it for cereal. That's really, I don't like my own goat milk for things like cereal, where the milk is the main item I prefer. Just dairy milk from the store is just fine for cereal. And I am one of those grown-ups who still like cereal. I go for I like Raisin Bran and Corn Flakes, some of the older ones. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm getting off topic here. But it's really affecting a lot of people. Things like I said, milk. At my own store, I mean, you can't even get rubbing alcohol. Even the low-end rubbing alcohol, if you need it, it's not available. And there are a lot of people who have to give themselves injections that use alcohol because alcohol pads can be a little expensive, so they get their own alcohol and make up their own with paper towel. It's just one of many different ways that is hurting people and affecting people. The feed stores around here, like our local co-op, sells alcohol, and it's used in conjunction with other things to sterilize the teats of cows when you're milking them, so that nothing gets in the milk, when you're milking them. And that's no longer available because people are hoarding alcohol, people are hoarding bleach, which is near impossible to get. So many things, and it is hoarding. I went to the store the other morning when it opened at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., excuse me. And within minutes, all the toilet paper and paper towels had been pulled off the shelves, what little there was to begin with. There is no flour available, which is just incredible. So I looked on Amazon, and there are people selling like 5 pounds of flour for $30 and things like that. It's insane. Sugar. There's no sugar available in any of the supermarkets in the next town. My town doesn't have any stores, so I have to travel. And none of the stores have sugar. I don't eat that much, but I'm just going down just saying, it can affect us all. And I don't know when this is going to pass, but it is a challenge. But it's a challenge we can live with. When I don't have honey, okay, so I use a little maple syrup or I use honey. You can get around things. If you don't have flour, well, luckily I had a bunch of almonds frozen in my freezer in bags. I can grind that up and use almond flour. There are ways around it if you have. And I'm lucky. I realize that not everybody has these options, right? But I'm sorry, I know I'm babbling, but I haven't had anyone talk too much outside of, I told you I spoke to someone on the phone, but I'm just kind of talkative. But so here's the sale. I hope this is something that you might find interesting. I'm not going to make much profit off this, obviously. That's okay. Hopefully the soap, you can give it away to people that need it if you don't need it, or, you find what works for you. Or if you don't, please understand. And I want to make this very clear. Not one of you are required to buy anything from me to come to my channel and visit. That's not part what this is about. I'm just throwing this out there. Sure, I sell soap because I make soap, right? And I can't afford to just give it away. I like to sell it so I can buy more supplies to make more soap. I don't have much money for anything outside of that. Taking care of all the animals in the farm here. I don't have a lot of what you would call disposable funds. So I want to say how much I appreciate you all. I do. You're wonderful, and I just couldn't be happier knowing that you're all out there. I hope that you have a fantastic day. Big hugs to you, and these are socially distant hugs. I know that we have to be careful, but it's online. We don't have any fear. At least for now, there's no way for us to pass viruses across the internet. Who knows what the future holds with, who knows, someday someone may be able to send a virus to a digital printer on the other side of the world and it prints out a virus. There's a scary thought, right? Patrick is spending too much time alone thinking. Thank you all so much. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to push the light in your face. Bye-bye.